Purity is very important for a girl. Those words still echo in my ears. I never knew that my life, my dignity, my worth would be tested on a white bedsheet. That night, instead of love, I faced humiliation. That night, instead of being treated like a bride, I was treated like a test. Our society tests a woman's purity, but never questions a man's. I was a poor girl. My mother remarried after my father's death, and I never really had a home that felt like mine. When I turned 20, my stepfather arranged my marriage with a man named Daniel. He came from a rich, traditional family, one that cared more about reputation than feelings. When I entered his house after marriage, I was nervous but hopeful. I thought maybe love would grow with time, but I was wrong. When I entered our room that night, I saw a white bedsheet spread on the bed. I smiled shyly and asked, "You decorated the room?" He didn't smile back. His face was serious. "My mother wants proof," he said in a cold tone. "Proof?" I whispered, confused. He looked away, avoiding my eyes. I suddenly understood. My heart started beating fast, and my hands began to shake. "Daniel, please," I said softly. "Marriage isn't a test. Don't do this." But he didn't respond. He closed the door behind him, locked it, and turned off the light. The room went dark. My heart was racing. I didn't know what was going to happen. He came closer, his breath heavy, his eyes burning with anger, not love. He looked like someone forced by pride, not by emotion. I could feel his frustration, his mother's pressure behind it. He didn't speak, just moved closer in silence. I could feel his hands trembling with tension. It wasn't gentle. It wasn't love. He was rough, almost like a wild animal trying to prove something. I cried quietly. I didn't fight. I was too scared, too shocked. I had never experienced anything like this before. I was just a girl, innocent, unaware of what marriage really meant. All I could do was cry. That night broke me, not because of pain, but because I felt like I was being punished for something I never did. When morning came, I sat silently on the corner of the bed. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to face anyone. But when he saw blood on the white sheet, his expression changed completely. He froze. His face turned pale. Guilt filled his eyes. He whispered, "Oh God, I'm sorry." He didn't know how to face me. He just stood there, staring at the proof his mother had demanded, and realized the cruelty behind it. Later, his mother entered the room, proud and smiling. "Good, now we know she's pure." Those words cut deeper than anything else. Daniel couldn't even look at me. That entire day, he stayed silent. In the evening, he finally came close and said softly, "I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that." But I couldn't reply. My heart was too broken to speak. I wanted to leave, but I had nowhere to go. My mother had told me before marriage, "This is your home now. Don't come back." So I stayed in a house that didn't feel like mine. Days passed in silence. Daniel avoided me, maybe because guilt didn't let him look into my eyes. His mother insulted me often. "Poor girls are lucky when rich boys marry them," she said once. I stayed quiet, though her words hurt deeply. But slowly, something changed. One morning, I woke up and smelled breakfast. When I went to the kitchen, Daniel was there frying eggs awkwardly, trying not to burn them. He looked at me shyly. "I thought you might be tired." I didn't know what to say. It was the first time he had done something for me. That moment didn't fix everything, but it planted a small seed in my heart. The next day, he asked softly, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" His voice was gentle, not cold like before. He started helping with small things, bringing tea, offering water, asking about my day. Slowly, I could see the regret in his eyes. One night, he said, I can't forget that night. I was angry, scared, under pressure. I hate myself for it. Tears filled my eyes. For the first time, I saw not a cruel man, but a broken one trying to change. Weeks passed. One morning, I fainted while cooking. The doctor came and smiled. You're going to be a mother. When I told Daniel, he stood silently for a moment, then his eyes filled with tears. He hugged me gently and said, I'll take care of you. I promise. And he did. Every morning, he brought me milk and fruits. He didn't let me lift anything heavy. When his mother scolded me for resting too much, he defended me. She's carrying my child. Respect her. His mother mocked him, saying, You're becoming weak. But he didn't care. He looked at me and said, You matter more. That's when I realized he was changing. He started talking to me every night softly, kindly. He told me about his fears, his mistakes, his guilt. I listened silently. Once, he said, I wish I could go back and erase that night. I replied, We can't erase it, but we can grow from it. That's when I truly forgave him, not because I forgot, but because he became the man I always wished for. When our baby was born, Daniel cried more than I did. He held our child and said, This is our proof, not that bedsheet, but this love. Those words healed a part of me that I thought was gone forever. Years later, I found that old white sheet in a trunk. I held it for a moment, then smiled sadly. You don't define me anymore, I whispered. Daniel came in, saw it, and said, Let's burn it. We took it outside, together. Watching it turn to ashes felt like letting go of all my pain. Now I know purity is not about blood or a tradition. It's about your heart, your soul, your truth. A real man doesn't demand proof, he gives respect and care. A woman's dignity is not a test. Love is not proven through cruelty, but through care, patience, and respect.